The brotherly relationship between Kashmiri Muslims and Hindus was not approved by a Pakistani extremist in 1964. He wants to separate them and sever the bond. The Indian Army is the reason for the unity, according to him. Have brainwashed teenagers in Pakistan and sent them to Kashmir. He wants them to live in disguise to make his plans work. Afreen dislikes anything about India and is based in London. She set fire to the car of an Indian philanthropist in revenge for burning Pakistan's flag. She was asked to apologize to him by the management board. As Afreen doesn't like to say sorry to Indians, the philanthropist has two choices: either give him $1 million or go to prison. She decides to compensate him and goes back to Pakistan to meet her grandfather, who gave her money to do so. She found out that her grandfather had passed away when she arrived in Pakistan. He wanted her to deliver a letter written by Lieutenant Ram in 1965, but he couldn't because he was in the Indian Army. She will inherit his wealth if she succeeds. Afreen agreed to deliver the letter to her so that she could inherit Tariq's wealth. Afreen and her senior at the university in London are accompanying her on her search for Sitha. The address she found was a ladies' college. She wants to know if Subramaniam has been working there for more than 20 years. He told Afreen that the college was once the royal palace of the Nawab of Hyderabad, which was donated to the education of girls. Nobody with the name of Sitha was present. Afreen can't find Sitha without any information. After getting an idea, she searches for Ram and learns about the address of LT. He was in Kashmir. Afreen learns about Ram's story after meeting Durjoy and Vishnu. The whereabouts of the Indian Army were given to the teenagers by the man who sent them to Kashmir. The army was ordered to kill the teenagers after learning that they could compromise the safety of Indians in Kashmir. Kashmiri Muslims, who thought of the youngsters as their own, attacked every soldier responsible for killing them. Knowing this would happen, Ansari went into Kashmir to brainwash the Kashmiri Muslims. The houses of Kashmiri Pandits were set on fire. Ram tries to stop them because he knows that they are under the influence of Ansari. They apologize for trying to cause a religious riot and help the Indian Army put out the fires. Ram and his friends become national heroes after this incident. An investigative journalist arrives to interview them and discovers that Ram is an orphan. On the radio the next day, she asked everyone in India to send their love to Ram. Ram gets a lot of letters from people in India acknowledging him as their brother and son. He starts writing letters to his family after learning that he has a large family. One of them is a letter written by a woman. He gets letters from her with no address. One day, Vikas and Ram will take the same train as Sitha, based on the minute details she gives in the letters. He was able to find her on the train. She can't recognize him if he repeats a riddle written in her letter. He leaves the train and gives her his friend's phone number. He found out that the phone had been dead for a week when he arrived at Durjoy's house. Ram is at Durjoy's house. Ram takes a picture of her when they meet. Sitha leaves without giving him an address. When Ram went to a magic show to look for Sitha, he met her friend who said that she had been writing many letters to him, but only posted a few of them. He learns that Sitha is a dance teacher who lives in the palace of a princess to teach her dance. He entered the palace with the help of Subramaniam. Ram learned that he saved her from riots in Agartha, and that she met him for the first time. He wasn't able to see her face back then. In order to save her family's factories and businesses that were captured in the Sultanate, Princess Noor Jahan has a marriage alliance with the Prince of Oman. They meet Ram's family the next 4 days after she goes to bid her farewell. A journalist clicks on the pictures of Sitha and Ram. Ram leaves to Kashmir after dropping off Sitha at the palace. The princess's love for a common man is revealed in the pictures published in the newspaper. Sitha tells her brother that the news is true. She is going to Kashmir for Ram. They spend some time together. They meet Vishnu and his family. They are attacked by a young person who is looking for revenge. They captured him and got the location of Ansari. The youngster was promised by Ram that he would rescue his sister. If the soldiers get caught, they will be disowned by the army and declared as traitors. Ram, Vishnu, and his team crossed the Indian border to execute Ansari. The fire started as a result of the cross-firing and started for their location. When Ram heard a girl cry, he realized that it was Wahida. He left to save her. Ram and Vishnu were captured by the Pakistan army, while the other soldiers were able to escape. Ram handed over Wahida to Tariq. Ram and Vishnu are tortured to reveal the coordinates of the Indian army base in Kashmir, but the Brigadier Tariq takes pity on them and provides them with care. While using brute force, the Pakistani soldiers were able to get Vishnu to reveal the coordinates of the Indian army bases to them in exchange for his freedom and not harming his family. They hang Ram in order to demoralize the army. Ram is branded a traitor after the Indian army bases in Kashmir were destroyed. Ram wrote a letter to Sitha and asked the brigadier to deliver it to her. Afreen learned in 1985 that the brigadier was Tariq. Afreen is the child who was saved by Ram during the fire. A changed Afreen, with a heavy heart, delivered the letter to Sita through Balaji, where they learned about Ram's innocence and also found a newspaper clipping about a princess being in love with a common man. Both Afreen and Balaji know that Ram didn't care about the true identity of Sita. An inquiry is ordered with the help of Ram's letter and Afreen. He shoots himself with his service revolver. Ram's name and honor were restored in the Indian Army after Sita proved his innocence. Thanks for watching. Please support Movie Fever.